Yo, what's up, everybody? It is the King of Anime podcast, the second installment of the King of Anime podcast. This is the first official, show with the fall 2018 season starting. We got like 5 anime cover and some more, maybe, if we got enough time to do it. How's everybody doing today in the chat? Hope you guys are having fun. But I want to introduce my guest hosts. Everything Animated and Satsuki the Savage. Everything Animated, introduce yourself.
It is I, Everything Animated. I recently am on a comeback tour, and just doing this wonderful stuff again. Watching anime. Oh God.
So you're like a Kiss.
Yeah, except I'm not retiring. It's a comeback tour where I don't know, kind of like AC/DC when they got their new lead singer. They're coming back in black.
Who was their new lead singer? What is his name? I don't know. It's Axel something. Is it I think it's Axel McDouchebag.
I have no idea.
That's a reference to Axl Rose becoming the new singer.
I know. I was going with the joke. You had to ruin it.
Okay. All right, now I know. Satsuki?
What's up, everybody? I'm almost dead because fall season has started, and I foolishly tried to take on a whole bunch of anime at once, and it's failing. But I'm hanging in there.
That's pretty much how it goes, right? At the beginning of the season, you want to watch everything, and it piles up way too quick, and you're like, I'll watch this tomorrow, and then suddenly that one anime turns into 5 anime, and you're weeks behind. Happens to me all the time.
Yeah.
We're going to be covering a lot of shows today. We're going to be cover ReRide, which is our first anime, and then Akanesasu Shoujo, and That Time I Got Slimed, otherwise known as That Time I Got Reincarnated into a Slime, SSSS.Gridman, and finally Goblin Slayer, and then we'll talk about some stuff if we have some time. So I guess we should go ahead and get right on into the show with Akanesasu Shoujo. I'm sorry. So, what did you guys think about this one? The first episode aired. What do you guys think?
I thought it was all right so far. I mean, it's nothing like super spectacular to where it's gonna like make me like flip my lid or whatever. But I mean, at first I was completely just out of it. I'm like, I don't even care about these people. What are they doing? But as soon as that one thing happened in the show and they all just got into another world, I was like, okay, might be interesting.
Yeah, I noticed that a lot of these characters were kind of like pseudo hipsters in a way. Like they all had like technology from like the mid 2000s or like the late 90s.
I got a Walkman, guys.
Oh yeah, the main girl had a Walkman, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That was pretty funny. This actually, when I first watched this show, like I write down notes, and one of my notes, like the first one is Bible Black ? It looked, when I first saw it, I was like, this isn't Bible Black, right? I didn't select the wrong anime, did I?
I've never seen it.
Have you seen Bible Black, Satsuki?
No, I have not.
You guys have not seen Bible Black?
I've seen Black Lagoon. Does that count?
Oh my God, you guys!
Same.
You guys need to search up Bible Black after this show. Like, you gotta watch it. It's so good. Chat, back me up on this. Is Bible Black not the best?
They're saying hentai, so I'm not going to watch it.
That's Garfield. He just says hentai all the time. You can't trust him.
Oh no, I'm not watching this. I'm looking at the genre tags right now: drama, horror, romance, hentai. No.
Let me see this. Hold on.
You guys could... Oh,
dude, what is this? No.
This is great.
How did you even get them confused? This doesn't look anything like... Well, are they hipsters in this one? I don't know.
There may be hipsters in it.
I'm not watching to find out.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to. That's a hard pass on me too.
I also like one of the characters in Akanesasu. I don't know which one it was, but they kind of talk in slang. I think it's when they do the radio show, right? They start talking in slang. And I found that quite interesting. I don't know if that was like a translation thing where they just wanted to translate it really accurately because they have maybe Osaka accents, or whatever reason it was. But I really like that when they went live on air. They're like, "Yo, what's up?"
I don't know. Maybe
that probably was the girl with the white hair. I think she was, or the blonde one. I'm not sure.
Yeah, these
I
characters.
think those were the only two. I don't think they said their names, so.
Yeah, all I know is.
except for the main girl who.
Oscar.
Yeah.
Oscar.
Whereas it's obvious that it's like an alternate dimension. And how does she not know it's her? She's like, wow, we got the same name.
Yes.
How is that possible?
The whole episode, she's like, "You look very. I've seen you somewhere." and she herself
you just
is
have
like
the same bow and hairstyle
and face and body,
Mm-hmm.
and you're the same person and the same voice, but vaguely different. But
I just can't put the name.
Well, when a grandma had came to her room, that was pretty funny. Like, she came in there and she was like, "Hey, you coming down for dinner?" And then she was like, "Yeah." And then she went downstairs, and then the Oscar that we know, the main character, was like, she was like, "What are you doing outside?" And she didn't even like question how the hell she was just upstairs, but now outside.
yeah, that
Well,
was.
maybe the grandma knows something that we don't know.
Oh, there's another funny moment too, where all I think it's near it has to be near the beginning, where all the girls are together. Yeah, it is at the beginning, and they're talking to each other, and one of them's like, "I want a world of just hot guys."
I mean,
Oh yeah, that was the girl with the glasses. No, damn it.
I thought it was
No,
funny.
it was the girl. I think it was the blue-haired girl. She was like, "Well, not all the guys that you like are going to be hot to me." So
Yeah.
what the hell is the thing that the main girl keeps on eating, like a churro or something?
I don't know.
I mean, I don't think it's a churro. I mean, I'll see them eating churros in Japan, but I mean, I don't know.
Who knows?
I just see that she keeps eating it. I'm just like, okay, what is this?
she was asking it for advice too, or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So, one thing that this show kind of, I don't know, I didn't like about it. I felt the dialogue was a little clunky. Like, I felt there was a lot of exposition-heavy scenes that just, just like exposition dumps, kind of. And it really slowed down the pacing of the show. Did you guys notice any of that? Did you guys even care?
I mean, I personally wasn't hooked, so I didn't care. I just know the main girl was like, "Hey guys, let's go get him. This is our dream." The only thing that really stood out to me was the bunnies that looked like Peep marshmallows that were just
yes.
all of a sudden attacking them.
I was like,
That's the first thing I saw was like Peep marshmallow bunnies. What?
when that happened, I was like, "Uh-oh. These things are they're going to have like some weird crazy mouths on them," and it turns out they did.
Yeah, they had them freaking the mouths from Blade 2. Those vampires.
Oh god.
Those were awesome. Blade 2, anybody?
I'm more of a Blade 1 fan.
Oh, I like both Blades. The first and second one, but because the second one's Guillermo del Toro, but the third one's, not so much. Anyway, side conversation.
Since we're getting into that section of the show, when they kind of get transported to whatever world that was, let's talk about some of the animation when Asuka shows up. The other Asuka, totally Asuka. I didn't like the CGI in this. I thought the CGI, even the models, I guess I don't want to say they're the worst so far because we have Gridman to talk about. But I I definitely think that in terms of animation wise, it was a little, I don't know, it was just an eyesore to look at. It didn't add to the show in any way, and that's what I really want CGI to do is when it's used. I want it to add to the show. For example, shows like Legend of the Lustrious, add to it. Akanesasu Shoujo doesn't have CGI that adds to it. It just looked clunky. It looked really cheap. What do you guys think about that?
Yeah, I really hate when CGA is like CGI is added as soon as a fight happens, and as soon as she transformed, I said, "Oh God, we're in for it." I was just hoping that this doesn't happen throughout, like, because I'm going to continue watching it at least a couple of more episodes. So I was hoping, like, please don't do this for all fight scenes because this doesn't really look too well. I just hate it when it's like paired with 2D animation and just all of a sudden it just switches up. It's like really jarring for me. So yeah, I really didn't like the CGI.
Yeah, it really does kind of piggybacking off of what you were saying, Sasuke, is that it really does throw you off whenever it's like, okay, this is the regular animation, and then all of a sudden fighting scene, and then you just see nothing but just computer animation. You're just like, okay, well, now I'm taken out of it completely, and it just didn't do anything for me. Sure, they were executed nicely, but I don't know, it's just very jarring to go from, the hand-drawn animation, and then all of a sudden, boom, you're in CG.
Yeah, it definitely felt like immediately. It was just like, oh, CGI, not the good kind. Also, back to the little blob things. There's when they first get so they go over to the girls and they basically start covering them, and then they start making comments like, "Oh, they're touching me there." I'm like,
oh my goodness.
I really don't need this in this show.
Oh my goodness.
Like, so far, I'm okay. Like, I'm fine. Like, this is not, the worst thing I've ever seen. But when that happened, I was like, didn't really need that. That kind of felt forced.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the Peep Bunny action is not going for me. That's the only thing I could think of, is that they looked like Peeps. And then, yeah, it just, I don't know. I think some shows, if you add that sort of imbalance to it, it kind of works. But yeah, it's just weird because I don't know. I don't think this show knows what it wants to be yet. Hey, let's take a bath together. Make sure to get that booty in the shot. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, I forgot the bath scene.
It's like, what? Is this really necessary to drive the story? You know what I'm saying?
It definitely, yeah, I agree. It definitely does not. Currently, at least at this moment, knows what it wants to be. That's a good point.
Mm-hmm.
I did not even think about that, but you're totally right on that.
Hey, that's why I'm here.
That is true. So, what are we gonna give Akanesasu Shoujo? Are we gonna pass it? Are we gonna kill it? Just so you guys know, it takes at least 2 passes for the show so we keep on watching it until the next week. So. And two or more kills, and it's off. We're never watching it again. I'm going to give it a pass. As much as I didn't really like the way this show went in the second half, I thought that it's okay. It's not the worst thing I've ever seen, and I'm gonna give it some time to breathe until the next episode and see what it comes up with there. See if it, gets its identity. Otherwise, I guess we'll see from there. What do you guys think?
I'll let you go first.
Okay, I'll let it pass. This was my lock. It's not looking too good, I'll admit that. Probably the only reason why it's passing is because I've seen worse today. So, if there was if everything else that we watched or we're going to talk about was really good, then yeah, I would have probably killed it. But yeah, I just want to see a little more from it before we officially just axe it. So yeah.
Well, we've seen a lot of another show.
Well, did you want to know my opinion?
Did you? Oh, I thought it was the same thing.
I didn't go yet.
All right, go.
It's all good.
No, you're not allowed to go. I changed my mind.
Oh,
No, we're
you know
moving
what?
on to slime anime.
No, because of that, I'm killing it. Fuck you. No, no, but in all seriousness, yeah, I didn't think it was god awful. I mean, like I said, the characters are kind of uninteresting, but maybe if they could like pass something on with, I don't know, with the fighting and like maybe because they did kind of have that mysterious character at the end, so it's like, who is this? And I don't know. I'll give it a pass, and give it a couple more, see where it takes it.
So that's 3 passes.
Yeah.
That's great for a show that
We did it.
Satsuki's pick isn't getting destroyed in the first episode. That's good. So I guess the next anime that we're gonna talk about is a pretty popular one. It is the slime anime. It's the Slime Daddy anime.
Slime Daddy.
Yeah. Oh, I should say that Akane is on High Dive. The Slime Daddy anime is over on Funimation now. You can find that over there. You know what? I had a synopsis for the other one. I didn't read it because I felt it was a little bit too long. So I'm going to read the synopsis for this one. Generic Isekai Protag dies and becomes a generic Isekai Protag, but is now inside a slime body. He talks about boring crap with a dragon. Episode ends after 24 minutes of a time waster.
Brutal.
I mean, yeah, I don't know who wrote that, but
I thought this episode was slow to say the least. I thought every scene that was in it was kind of clunky, kind of slow, took too long, and it took way too long to get to the point. And especially when Slime Daddy meets the dragon, Slime Daddy just sits there and they have a conversation for a long time. And while I didn't exactly hate what they were talking about, I felt that my time was being wasted because I was the whole time going, all right, I get it. He's a dragon. I get it. Come on, let's move on. What'd you guys think?
well, I guess I kind of had the opposite feeling you did. I absolutely loved the pacing. I thought the timing of everything, the conversation, even the whole when he transformed into a slime, it wasn't instantaneous. Like he was still himself, and then he became the slime slowly, and then he was adapting to everything. And I thought that was pretty neat. And even though a lot of things really weren't explained yet, it only showed a slime and a dragon, and I'm already wanting to know what happens next because I don't know. I just feel as if it was done right, and it's pretty sad in the beginning how he just dies.
See, that the way he dies to me just came off as so like, of course, like you have to get this guy to die somehow, and it's like some random guy who comes running out of nowhere with a knife. I don't know. That just didn't do it for me. I felt something at least a little bit more interesting for this guy's death. I get it, like it is an isekai, and you want to get the audience to relate to you in the sense that most of the people watching an isekai kind of live this uneventful life, and I understand that part. But just a guy running out of nowhere with like a small knife, stabbing him in the back and the kidney or whatever. I don't know. What'd you think, Satsuki?
See, with the whole death scene, I think they were intentionally making it like a generic death because it was just so stupid. Like, apparently he was supposed to be a robber, but he didn't rob anybody. He just stabbed him.
Stabbed him and ran off.
He's like, I know. I thought that was pretty funny too. It's like he didn't say give me your money. He didn't say anything else. He's just like walking through the side. Oh God!
Yeah, he met up with his friend. And I was like, oh, he met up with his friend. Isn't that nice? And he got stabbed.
Yeah, I just felt like that was like intentional. Like, they could have did better with that, but I don't know. It was just funny to me because it was like, hey, we're just going to start the story now. That's what it felt like. It was like, all right, let's go.
I would say
Um,
it didn't even give you a chance to breathe. You know, I'm
yeah,
this guy. I'm 37. I'm a virgin. I never had a girlfriend, and now I'm dead.
He's also like, when he gets stabbed, he just like blood comes. Who's
I
eating the
know.
chips?
I'm sorry. I just got my food. I'm sorry.
There's a mute option.
Oh, you know,
You can-
I forgot.
Yeah, you can click to or press to talk.
All right, hold on. Let me see what button this is.
Yeah, when he gets stabbed, there's blood. The blood
there's
coming out of his mouth, out of his nose, out of his spleens, everywhere. I mean, this guy died violently, swiftly too.
yeah.
And I guess how oh my god, it was so. I don't know when I feel. I'm not trying to be negative on this anime, but it's really not hard to with how they chose like his abilities too when he was dying.
What the hell was on that computer?
I have no idea.
Oh, he. That was so urgent. He did not think about saying a last word to any family members. That was the first thing that popped up in his mind, and the last
Yeah.
thing that he said. Whatever was on that computer, I'm glad it got destroyed, or maybe he should have got exposed because I just don't know.
Yeah, that was. They even made a point to show the computer being thrown in the tub.
Yeah, the guy was a true bro. You know, he actually fulfilled his dying wish.
Why
and
didn't
he
he
even
look
said,
on the computer?
Cause he's a good guy. You see that he's a good man. He's like,
He's dead.
if I have a
You have to
son,
listen to
I'm
your
gonna name
senpai.
him after you.
But he's dead.
Well, that shows you how nice of a guy he was.
Are you sure?
I guess. I mean, he took a freaking knife for the dude. I mean, I would call that pretty nice and noble, wouldn't you?
I don't know. But the whole
You don't
sequence-
know.
I don't know what to say. I just don't know.
Maybe, maybe.
If you took a knife for me, I'd guess it was all right. You know, bleeding up all on the floor. I had to clean that shit up.
So when he gets stabbed and he's bleeding to death, he gets turned into a slime, and this is a really clunky, slow kind of thing. And him dying a virgin gets him the predator skill. Am I
mean-
not? Am I not the only one like seeing this? Am I crazy?
I mean, he's the most OP slime there is. Like, he has all these freaking boosts and all these everythings. I'm just waiting till he actually starts fighting people and he's a slime. I'm curious to see what he's gonna do. He's
Yeah.
like, if he turns into a fucking tank or a gun or something, that would be sick.
Watch him turn into a slime girl.
If he becomes a slime girl, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Like, he can evolve. He can go from a slime to like a slime person.
Yeah, and like he also
Like a ditto,
Yeah.
just become a ditto.
If I was a slime, I'd become a car. Just drive everywhere. What would you guys do if you became a slime?
I would work for Nickelodeon.
That's a pretty good gig.
I mean, if I was a slime like him, I would probably just be robbing people. I guess just slide in their house and just start robbing them.
Mm-hmm. You want, because everything you eat or that you suck up, you store it for later.
We should get
Just
into
think
that
about it.
actually. So after he dies and gets turned into Slime Daddy, his voice turns very female-ish, I guess. You get a different voice actor for him.
Mhm.
And the first kind of awesome thing about this show kind of starts to shine through, and that's the very stylized visual effects that are happening. Very, very Shaft-esque kind of cuts, just to random stuff that
Yeah.
it's just really artsy, and I really enjoyed that. I don't really enjoy that in like Monogatari or anything, but like I really enjoyed it in this because it was unique. It didn't feel like it was just artsy for the sake of artsy. It just felt so random and fun. It was fun to look at too.
Yeah. I I really do like the art style and the animation of this show. It's you can tell they put a well. Hopefully, it's not just the first episode. Hopefully, throughout the show, that it really does show that they put a lot of detail and attention to
they're trying to definitely make this very
to the way
unique
that
looking.
it looks.
Like, this is probably really one of the most unique looking isekai. But sorry, continue.
No, it's all good. He like every time like the slime would even for it, the guy being a slime, he's very expressive, and you can see, like the little question mark on top, or if he's getting mad or scared. It's just that little attention. You're just like, how can you make a slime impressive? I think that's the thing that impresses me the most. This is a show about a slime, and yet I still want to keep watching it.
I know. They made me like the slime character almost immediately. They didn't really have to do much though. I mean, it's a slime, so the main character is a slime. I mean, that's so like that's what I like about anime. That's so creative, and that's what I want from it. Is it's just for anime to be creative. That's really all I ask, and not to just do some generic crap. And this is not generic, except for the in the beginning when he was Isekai Pro Tag.
I am a virgin, and I'm walking down the street. Step up.
Also,
and now I'm a slime.
One of the best parts of this show, I loved it when he first started moving around as a slime. It's tried to start explaining magic to him, and he was like, "Nope, we don't need that. No pointless exposition explaining magic. We all get it. We all know already." I love that. That was awesome. And then we get to see him start consuming stuff, which was a really cool little mechanic he has where he can cover something and dissolve it and get its,
he's a freaking lawnmower.
Yeah, he's
going
a
over everything.
He's Kirby.
Yep. I think Sasuke said that he's little Kirby just sucking up everything. He's gonna eat the dragon and become a dragon.
I wonder if the more stuff he objects he consumes, he'll turn into those.
That's what I'm thinking. And if it does, then they definitely borrowed a lot from the Kirby aspect. Or even
I do think he's going to take like a humanoid form eventually, because just from the wallpaper, from my anime list, I don't think he was in that. I didn't see a slime figure in that thing, so he might just eventually just girl? Yeah, or
he's gonna become a girl. No.
As long as it's not for fan service, I'll be fine with that.
That'll be so awkward.
I'm totally fine with it. I've accepted that anime will do stuff like that. They've already made him have a very female voice, so I was like, I can see him definitely turning into a girl at this point, and I don't really mind that much.
Did you like that part at the end when it kind of like he's talking as himself, but in the slime voice, and then you just see a picture of him, and you see he's supposed to be dead and everything? I couldn't help but just laugh, because you can't take that seriously. If he was talking in his regular established voice, I was 30, now I'm in another world, I'd be like, okay, but he's talking as the slime at the end, and I'm like, okay. Whatever you say, buddy.
Also, so to see the dragon at the end, which I hated this whole last part where he's talking to the dragon. He can't see the dragon fully. He can see a haze, a very dark haze. And so the dragon's like, you got to get a skill to see, and he's like, all right, and he just wills himself that skill immediately. I'm like, what?
He's an OP slime.
He just he was just I thought there was going to be the next episode was going to cover that, or there was going to be a scene cutting to that where he's getting that skill from something or leveling up. But no, he's just so I need that skill, huh? Focus a bit. I got it. Seemed very dumb.
I'm telling you, he's going to be One Punch Man the slime. He's just going to get so strong.
That's what I was thinking of. I think it's just going to be one of those things where if the situation demands something, he will have that ability, and it's just something that we have to accept.
I guess you're right. I guess you are totally right about that. That's all I got for this episode. I mean, it's yeah. I mean, what do you guys think? Everything animated? You're gonna give it a pass?
Tsundere dragons.
I want to say, need you say more? Tsundere dragons.
No, that is right. He is a tsundere, isn't he?
It's not like I wanted to talk to you or anything. It's like, oh my god. I've only been stuck in here for 500 years, but I guess I'll be your friend.
So, Zach, everything animated.
Mm-hmm.
What are you gonna give this one?
Oh, it's a pass. It's a definite pass. I wanna keep going.
Any other things you want to add onto that? What impressed you the most? Why are you giving it a pass?
I mean, like I said, the fact that it's about a slime and he talks to a dragon who's also a tsundere keeps my interest. And we haven't even scratched the surface yet, because you see the ending and you see all those other characters. I'm like, who are all these other characters? I want to know. So that's what makes me want to keep watching it.
Yep. I just drank water and it went down the wrong pipe. That's always fun. Satsuki, what are you going to give this one?
This is probably going to be the easiest pass for me. What I like about it the most is like, with anime, like there been a lot of animes like this where we have the main character die in the first episode. Like I compared it to Yu Yu Hakusho, how Yusuke got hit by a car in the first episode, and Konosuba, how Kazuma, you know how he died. And what I like about it is at first, because usually it's always the person had a bad life and then they redeem themselves later. But with this guy, with Sato, it's like everything was good, then he got stabbed, now he's like this. And the fact that he's 37, and I guess he'll turn into a female character later. So for me, it just feels really unique. So with the first episode, I know things went slow because, yeah, that whole conversation with him and the dragon was there. It made up for like half of the episode. But eventually we're going to get introduced to everybody. And I think once we start building up the world, things will get much, much better. So for me, I just see this anime getting better and better. So it's really an easy pass for me.
I agree.
I'm going to give this a pass as well. Even though I said it was generic isekai protag, which I thought was really cheesy, and a lot of it was clunky, I can still see where it's headed. I kind of know what's going to be happening. I can see that this is going to be a good show. So, yeah, I'm giving it a pass. That's 2 anime in a row that we've given 3 passes to.
Woo!
Yeah, buddy.
What is going to be the next? What is going to be the anime we have even one kill to? I don't even know.
I guess we'll find out. What's the next on the list?
Well, the next anime on the list is ReRided Through Time. ReRide the D.
I have opinions on this.
Water went down the wrong pipe still. I'm recovering from that. But I don't have any synopsis for this because we had to watch 5 episodes, and I was like, I'm not writing 25 paragraphs for this anime. So basically, it's about this guy named ReRided. He goes through time to the future where there's a bunch of Terminators everywhere that his company he works for created, and there's this girl and she's missing. Apparently she died, but she didn't. Yeah. That's it. Post-apocalyptic world.
Oh, that's beautiful. I couldn't have said it better myself. Oh, he's dying.
Yeah,
that's
I'm
why.
still dying.
Okay, I'm your new host.
Oh God. So the first 4 episodes aired like when we were doing the show live. The first time, which was pretty strange. I remember
that. Yeah.
The first episode will always be haunted by that time Satsuki brung up, "Hey guys, the first 4 episodes of ReRided is out." That was always fun.
Did I bring that up? Oh, maybe I did.
You broke it to us.
I mean, I thought I did, but
you broke the bad news.
I thought that was me, but I mean.
Well,
Anyway, it
steal the
doesn't
credit.
who,
I'll just steal
who
the-
cares?
go ahead. It doesn't matter who took it. All that matters is that
I
someone
did.
said it.
It was me who said it. We'll just give me the credit.
Go drink some more water.
I don't know where to start because there's so many episodes. I guess we should take it episode by episode.
I can't even remember.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Can we just
Yeah, I
do an
can't- I
overall
can't, like-
synopsis?
Yeah, I can't really fully remember what happened
Right.
in each episode.
So I don't know what's going on in this anime. It's from the same guy who apparently made Steins Gate or something like that, or worked on it. And I'm
No,
like,
it's not.
there's no way.
There's.
I didn't believe it either.
The guy who made Steins Gate made this.
It has the same director, like one of the directors who worked on a couple of episodes.
Well, those
So-
must have been the very low
The worst
low episodes. Yeah.
So,
All right.
they copied the city from Final Fantasy VII.
Here. Sure does look like it.
Whatever it's called, I can't remember. Avalanche, something. Isn't that the? I don't know. Doesn't matter. This anime is so uneventful. I don't know any of the characters' names besides Dorida, and I forgot that half of the time. And there's
And
a
then
talking car.
He's looking for
Graham.
Mage. Graham. Yeah.
Pointless
Yeah.
exposition all the time, and none of the pointless exposition actually explains the reason for any of this. For the first 5 episodes, nothing is happening, I feel. And it's just things. It's just occurrences. People show up, and it's like there's this girl who has like robot strength or something like that. She's like cybernetically like augmented, and like he gets in a fight with a bearded man who looks like Mad Max. And what his tactic was to just run away from her when he was pinned down by this woman who is cybernetically enhanced with cybernetic
what happened?
strength.
He was pinned down by a woman. Keep talking.
Not in that way. We're not watching one of those animes. We're not watching Bible Black. Nothing makes sense. And like also after he just runs away from her, after being pinned down by her, she pulls out like a huge cannon and shoots it and misses.
I saw that. Isn't she supposed to be like a fucking like armed assassin, like the
Yes,
best? And
she's supposed to be
just-
like the best.
the bad guy paid all this money. It's like, I want you to kill this guy. And she's like, oh, I'll do it because it's what I do. And what does she do? I got this. It's not even like a 50 caliber. It's like a 2,000 caliber
It's 2 million
sniper thing. And I missed. Damn that Graham. He's just so good at evading
like-
stuff.
To me, she's like a Team Rocket type of villain. It's like, oh, failed. We're gonna come back and do it again. It's like the same shit. Just try again and again and fail. I feel like that's what it's going to be for the rest of the anime.
Oh God.
I agree.
Also, is like the ponytail girl. I think her name is Yuri. That's what it says in my notes. I'm not sure if I was just high or drunk when I was writing these.
It's Yuri.
Is Yuri?
It's Yuri.
She has a camera. Is she just like that side character? Is she just Sakura's friend from Cardcaptor? Where she's like, I'm recording you, Sakura. It's like, oh, thanks.
I just don't. How did this camera survive for all of this time? How is she not running out of memory? Is it because it's the future? They just have unlimited
Future.
memory?
See, there's your answer. The future.
I mean, if a guy can get frozen for 10 years, I guess a little thing called, memory in a camera, they're going to let that slide.
They use the cloud. The cloud technology.
Even in the apocalypse, you get the cloud.
Upgrade your Terminator robots to the cloud.
The freaking, I would say, if nothing else, the action with, Bearded Wonder versus the zombie Terminators is like the best part of the show.
Also,
Because-
the show doesn't look bad. Doesn't?
Yeah,
It's
it's
fine.
not too terrible, honestly.
Like,
It's just I don't understand floating time traveling lollies
Yeah,
at all.
I think that's the problem with the show. I get more questions than I'm getting answers. I'm
Yeah.
just thinking, who, I, who the hell are they at war with? That was the first question I asked. I'm like, okay, we understand the world is in shambles, or at least a part of the world, but why? And how exactly is the government profiting for this? And why is this the bearded guy? I don't know his name. Why is he helping Derrida? I understand it's for money, but he doesn't even like know if it's really concrete or not. He's just like, oh, so you say you're rich. All right, I'll help you. I'll put my daughter in danger, even though I have like this Terminator girl on my back. It's like, yeah, sure.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And when they find Yuri's place and the assassin girl throws a grenade in it, and like she's totally in there. Like there's no way she can jump out, but like it shows the explosion, a good few seconds of it.
She's dangling out the window.
And then the next second she's dangling out the window. We saw the explosion happen and end. And then now she's dangling out the window. What? This anime's crazy.
And don't forget, her camera didn't break until she fell. The camera survived all this time, and it didn't break until she fell.
An explosion from a grenade. Okay, I get it. You can have the character like scathed with only bruises from a grenade. It's an anime. But there's just some things. Some things. And what's up with the boss guy being Donald Trump? Did you guys notice that?
I thought it was the only one, but I'm glad you said that because I thought the same thing.
He's so Donald Trump. Am I right or am I right?
It's the freaking comb over. It's the comb over that makes him look like it. And I don't know if that's just, a huge coincidence or whatever. But I don't know if they have like a dub of this, but if they did have a dub of this, it has to be of a Donald Trump impersonator,
I mean,
I want you to kill this. We're gonna do this. We're gonna build a wall. And
So in Inuyashiki, there is Donald Trump is in Inuyashiki, and they he makes a cameo in like the second to last episode, and they get a voice actor who is he's not Japanese, but he sure isn't American. And
so he speaks English.
Yeah, he speaks English, and it's great.
Oh my god.
But yeah,
I still need to watch that. I read the manga.
Oh, it's such a great anime. So apparently just like the thing that I got from this whole anime so far is if you want to survive the robot apocalypse, just run in any other direction they're not.
Yep.
Yeah, it's pretty. I liked when DeRided or was it Mad Max guy shot the robots and like there was this liquid thing that came out and it like solidified. I don't know, that was pretty cool. Backgrounds look cool. Character designs.
I want to add this. One thing I don't like about anime, certain anime, is when you have like characters that are supposed to be little kids, but their mindset doesn't match it. Like when he had the conversation, was it in the first episode?
Yes,
I think it was.
It was.
He's just having a conversation with Maje about time travel, and Maje's just keeping up with it. Like if I was a kid and somebody told me about time travel, I'd have been like, "Sir, what the hell are you talking about?"
And let me add this, piggyback on that. Was it me or did you notice that this little girl's name Mage? She seemed to she loves DeRided more than she does her own father. Because it just seems like that. It's just like one of those. Oh, my dad. He's throwing me a fucking party, whatever. DeRided, I'm so glad you came. I
thought at first Derrida was her father. That's what I thought at first.
That's what I thought too. And then it just like it's like, why are you so infatuated with this guy who's not your father? I mean, it didn't seem like Nathan was that much of an asshole. It seemed like he was a nice guy.
Yeah. Good father.
But
Good enough.
yeah, good father. He just, he even says, take care of my daughter. That's somebody that cares for
And
their
if you
children.
if you somehow meet her in the future, don't date her or anything like that.
That's probably what's gonna happen.
That's
I'm
what's
gonna
gonna
throw
happen.
up. I'm gonna throw up.
You know it, because in the synopsis it says that he goes back in time to save his girlfriend. Wonder who his girlfriend is. There's only one girl that likes him in the
Could be
show.
a girl who's a friend.
We know Yuri isn't hooking up with Dorida.
Well, that's to be determined.
Maybe he gets both.
Oh my god.
Oh
Two
my
for one.
goodness.
And
Just a whole harem.
an
Time-traveling
apocalypse
harem.
time travel harem with zombie Terminators. I'm fucking done.
Or, that sounds kind of good. Maybe I'll keep watching.
Yikes.
I'm killing this one. Fuck this anime. Fuck it. This
I
anime.
know,
I thought you
yeah.
liked it.
I thought you wanted to keep watching.
I liked the first episode.
All right,
This
I know.
anime's terrible.
I know this was my lock and everything, but yeah, I'm killing it. Sorry.
Yeah, it's it's unanimous. I'm killing this shit. Bye.
Straight
Thank
up
God.
Awful. Killing ReRided. Now, so far, it is up to be killed. The next two anime, if it gets 3 kills, it will have to go to a tie, which will then go to a Twitter poll, which you guys will vote on. And you guys will decide which one is killed. Fun!
Oh my goodness. We may actually regret all voting to kill this because of something later on.
Oh, yes. I know what
You
you're
may
talking
regret
about.
that.
So let's move on to SSSS. Not Nazi Gridman. He's just an anime boy. So episode 1 of SS. Oh, by the way, you find ReRided, Dorida, Rewrite the D, on Crunchyroll. You could also find SSSS.Gridman over on Crunchyroll, Funimation, I think, and Hulu. Maybe? I think it's going to be airing on Hulu as well. But episode 1 of SSSS.Gridman, MC wakes up in a girl's room and doesn't remember a thing. MZ-kun also sees many other people that don't like giant things. I don't know. He sees people. I guess he also sees kaiju as well. Does he see kaiju?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
Does he see the Gridman or the kaiju first?
He sees the Gridman first.
Oh, okay. And he also sees a robot in a computer called Gridman, and when Godzilla attacks, he is sucked into an old computer and is turned into Gridman and saves the day. What do you guys think about Gridman? I liked it. It was okay.
I liked it. I thought it was better than Trigger's last attempt at making a show, especially the first episode, because I'm just a fan of those old school Godzilla things, the kaijus and the Ultraman. Oh, those, I love those. So it was instant. Like, okay, I dig this.
Oh yeah, yeah. When it was like the Godzilla looking thing, I was like, oh yeah, we're gonna have a fun kaiju versus robot thing. This is gonna be awesome. What do you think, Satsuki?
I like it so far. I'm not really a big fan of Gundam, but it's not going to be like. I don't think it's going to be something to where I think he's like one with the Gridman, so I don't think we're going to be like having him like piloted and how other Gundam things are. But it's definitely wild. It's definitely crazy. So so far I like it. I didn't really like the animation once we went into the fight.
I guess we should
Not
talk
all
about
of
that.
it.
We should just go ahead and get that out of the way, because I think that's what most people will want to hear talked about the most, is the animation. And at the last part of the episode, he gets sucked into a computer, which is pretty funny, I guess. Pretty fun. And he gets turned into Gridman. And you're like, we all knew it was going to be CG. Like, it was a big talk of the town, like, Trigger doing CG? What? That's weird. And he proceeds to fight this big kaiju Godzilla. It looked almost like a rubber toy. That's what it looked like to me. Like, the mouth didn't close. It's just...
I saw that too, and I was thinking the exact same thing. I'm like, they really went old school with it, like just the whole look and just how it even moved, and just the mouth just staying open the whole time. I was like, yes.
It's straight up like Trigger was like, they just got done watching all of the Godzilla movies like in a binge, and they were like, let's just do Godzilla with Evangelion,
Gamera, freaking Ultraman, all those good ones.
Yeah, and I mean, Ultraman, Gridman. I mean, come on. Trigger is known for...
They made a reference. They made a reference to Ultraman because when the guy was talking, he's like, why didn't I watch that Ultra series to find a weakness? I was like, Ultraman.
Trigger, like, it's no secret. They are inspired by so many different kinds of works, which is unique. It's a weakness and a strength, I think, because not many people wear their inspirations on their sleeves in anime, because it's not, people will call you like fakes or whatever, or hacks, but Trigger pulls it off because I don't know, it just comes from a different place with Trigger, where you're like, all right, this is just Evangelion, but it's got a cool twist on it. Like, I can get behind this. It's got its own personality. It's not trying to take it too seriously. And you can tell when Trigger was making an anime, they're doing it because they want to make it fun and interesting and unique. And that's... they tried to do that with the animation here. And some of the CGI was really good. I think right when the fight starts, there's a big explosion that destroys a city street. And it's like on TV and everything. And like it does a cool little transition to like people watching on the streets. And I was like, that looked awesome for CGI. Let's have more of that. And also when the monster goes around kicking all the vehicles, that looked really good. It had weight. Same thing for Gridman in the fight itself. It all had a nice weight to it. It didn't feel like a Power Rangers, TV show. It felt impactful. And the models for it were pretty good. I didn't mind it. I didn't mind the CG.
Yeah, some parts of the CG were pretty good, but I agree with Sasuke how some of it just kind of looked a little hokey, a little cheap. And to me, it's been 5 years since Trigger's come out, and they have yet to top Kill la Kill. And you just see all that wonderful hand-drawn, just beautiful, gorgeous animation, and then they go ahead and they do something like this. It's like even that Darling in the Franxx one had hand-drawn animation and looked great, and it's like, if that show can do it, why can't this one? It's like they put their face in certain shows, but they don't, not all of them, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I think that's fair.
One thing, another part of the animation besides the fight that I found a little weird, like it was weird, I didn't really mind it though, is when he had sorry, what is the name of our main character? God damn it.
Mr. Amnesia.
I call him MC-kun.
Mr. Amnesia. I like that one. Mr. Amnesia. That's the thing. I remember the girl's name, Rika, but I don't remember his name. But yeah, they were having a conversation after he talked to Gridman, and it just looked really twitchy, and I thought something was wrong with my video. I was like, why is this animate? Why are they just like jumping around while they're talking?
Oh yeah.
So
I think that was maybe an artistic choice.
I think it was an artistic choice, but I think it was to symbolize like time passing. There's pauses in between those.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
I actually liked it. It was weird, but I actually kind of liked it.
Yeah, same here. It gave it like, I don't know. I don't know how to way to describe it. It just felt, it looked good. It felt good to watch that way.
Yeah, I agree. Apparently, in this universe, nobody is like, they don't care that monsters attack.
Yeah, there's
no casualties.
I mean, the monsters attack and everything. They're screaming at the time, but then I don't know, like at the very end, the mother comes back. It's like, why didn't you answer your phone? It's like, because a fucking monster was killing me. Of course I wasn't gonna answer the
I was
phone.
Gridman.
And then all of a sudden they're like, well, the school's fixed. Nothing happened.
Oh,
That
yeah.
part, I'm like, what?
Yeah, so they pointed that out, and they were all surprised. They're like, the school's fixed? What? Now this could just be Trigger like trying to put in a comedy thing, but it could also go in a direction of like having a mystery, like why is the city fixing itself?
Mm-hmm.
What's going on here? Maybe it's like a good theory to have would be like maybe it's like someone's like simulation or something like that. Someone's toy box. I don't know.
Like a Bruce Almighty. No, not a Bruce Almighty. Fuck. What's that other Jim Carrey show? The Truman Show.
Yeah, something like the Truman Show. Dude, that would be awesome if that was the twist, is they found out that they were all just like they were all in a TV show. And they that would be
I would give credit where credit's due if they could pull that off, because I wouldn't see it coming.
It's a 13-episode anime. I don't think it's going to happen.
Is it really?
But, yeah.
Oh. Okay, never mind. It's just gonna end with nothing. Someone's gonna fall in love with somebody, and
They usually always have big twists though, so I wouldn't be surprised if something crazy like that happened.
that is true. They do have those.
Don't name the twist, but did Darling have a twist?
I don't.
Darling.
I didn't finish it.
I didn't watch it, but I read comments. Darling had a twist, apparently.
So
Well, there you go.
I mean, we're probably going to have a twist. So it could have something to do with the school fixing itself. We haven't seen any, more of that, of an example of like the city fixing itself. So this could just be an isolated kind of instance. What did you guys think about Mr. Amnesia guy? I personally, he's a Trigger pro tag. I mean, we haven't learned much about him. I don't know his name.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, when it comes to me, and this is just my opinion, I'm so tired of the overused amnesia gimmick when it comes to anime. I'm really just like, you can't come up with a creative like mystery or even like some sort of like becoming a I don't know, like a Gundam hero or whatever without the guy just happen to be like, I don't know what's going on. Who am I? And I don't know. I just think it's just so overplayed. But if they can do it, fine. If they can do it right, then fine. I'll go with it. But so far, he's just Mr. Amnesia, and he can get sucked into the screen.
I like that part where you get sucked into the screen. I thought that was cool.
Yeah, that was neat.
That could be fun.
I like how they blamed it on the old, just because the computer was old. It was like, damn, old computer.
Yeah, that was great. Yeah.
The freaking first Apple.
Yeah. Yeah, he said it was like, oh my god, this is like one big piece. And I'm like, man, you kids these days.
Honestly, you don't know the struggle. The floppy disks and everything.
Running Windows 95.
Oh god, Windows 95. AOL. If they would have had to have fought that monster on AOL, they would have been dead. That's all I'm saying.
Those kids don't even know what the sound is for dial-up.
And wait, you know what I just found out too? Now that it just came into my head, like he wasn't fighting at first, but the second she started typing, that's when he started getting stronger and started fighting.
Yes.
So I'm almost thinking, is this like a message where it's like the power of typing kills monsters?
There's, I mean, Trigger's gonna have some type of hidden message in
start
every
typing
one of
LOL,
these episodes.
LMFAO, that kill the monsters just by typing.
No, you bring up a good point though, because like when she starts typing, he starts to fight and win. So I wonder if that's how it works. Is they're gonna have to have like she's gonna have to like be his brains, and like that's how they're gonna get two people to pilot the mech.
Yeah,
like in Darling. Except for this time, they're not gonna be humping each other.
I was gonna say this time it at least makes sense, ish.
Can we erase Darling from Trigger's history? Can we blame that on A1?
I want to, but everybody cosplays as R2 or whatever her name is.
R2D2.
What's her name?
02.
02.
Oh, 02. Okay. Well, everybody, the last convention I went to, everyone was cosplaying as her, and I'm like, well, this show's popular, even though I hated it.
Well, I don't mind. I am a male after all.
Oh, sure, they look great, but I'm just saying that that's the only reason they made the show, in my opinion, was for cosplayers.
Oh yeah, A1 was behind it. Totally. That is the reason that show had only one good character in it that looked good.
Mm-hmm.
It's because they were
and
like,
everyone else was like, I guess I'm in the background.
I may be in a scene with 02, but I'm still generic faced MC.
Yep.
There's literally every one of them. How do they do that? How do they not see that? I don't know. God, that anime infuriates me. How bad it is. So, what about the white-haired girl? So they, near the end of the episode, they're like walking home or something like that. MC guy and I guess one of his friends that he doesn't remember, but he's friends with him anyways. He's like, she's too heavy to handle in both looks and how the way she acts or something like that. So I wonder how this girl is gonna play into the story because because he was like, oh yeah, she seems nice, and he was like, no, she is not. She is too hard to handle.
You talking about that girl who gave
she's sitting at
Amnesia the wonderful hot dog bagel looking thing?
Yeah, that girl. Yes, the one he sits next to.
Yeah, I was trying to imagine her voice because when I was listening to her talk, I'm like, I've heard that voice before. Who is she?
Her voice did sound similar. You're very right to something. She's probably a very popular voice actress.
Yeah. We'll have to do research.
Definitely. What do you guys what do you guys think she's gonna play in the story? Because they gave her a scene like just talking about her as this.
She's gonna be the one that makes Amnesia remember with a kiss. I'm calling it right now.
Is she gonna be the 02 of the show, just really seductive and pouring honey on meat and eating it raw?
I don't think she's gonna do that, but I think she's going to be one of those people that just joins the group eventually or somehow. I don't know how, but I think that's what her role is going to be, a potential ally.
Ooh, or here's the plot twist. She's really a bad guy.
Hey, the way she looked at him and that weird face she gave, I was like, she could totally be a bad guy.
There you go. She's the one behind all these monsters. Calling it now.
She is a kaiju. She's like in Transformers 2, where the Transformer is a hot girl.
That was so stupid. I remember that. I was like, what is this? Terminator all of a sudden?
Yeah, that didn't make sense. But, I don't know. What do you guys think about the show? Will you give this a pass or a kill? I want to know.
Well,
where is Rika's pants?
Look at the chat.
Look at the chat.
She doesn't have pants. She has a skirt. See, it's like right there.
What?
That's a skirt?
I mean, I'm guessing that little part right there is a skirt.
Yeah. Well, that's a very short skirt.
And a long jacket. Oh, it's a cake reference.
So, you guys give this a pass or a kill?
I'd give it a pass. It's definitely enjoyable. A lot of throwback to the old monster, kaiju movies that I love. So I was instantly hooked after I saw that. But as far as the characters are concerned, they're probably not going to be all that memorable, to be honest. But if they could have the whole show where it's nothing but just fight, then I'm cool with it.
I'm sorry to say, but it just didn't have enough 02 in it. I'm going to have to give it the kill.
Oh.
I'm just kidding. Pass.
I was gonna say, what the hell?
This show's pretty unique. It's pretty fun. It's colorful, which, I mean, a lot of anime are colorful, but this is colorful as in it has good colors, not just colors galore like Akanesasu Shoujo.
Sausage-o. I love sausage.
Sausage, yeah. Sausage girls. I don't know. That's a whole different genre. That's the same genre Bible Black is in.
Oh.
Sausage girls.
type in the chat. We don't want to ever watch Bible Black.
Satsuki, pass or kill?
We're passing this. We're passing this, no doubt.
3 passes.
Yeah. Pretty unique. I want to see more of this show.
Same here. Speaking of which, there's a show I don't want to see any more of. Goblin Slayer. Fuck this show. Episode 1 is about being as edgy as possible. Lots of needless violence, on-screen rape, and dumbass characters nobody likes. Goblin Slayer is bad. What do you guys think about Goblin Slayer, Episode 1? Oh, by the way, you can find SSSS.Gridman on Funimation. You can find Goblin Slayer on Crunchyroll.
All right, who wants to go first? Because I have a lot to say.
I think I'll go first.
Okay.
Yeah. So let's get the obvious out of the way, because this gets compared to Berserk. The only thing it has in common with Berserk is the violence and gore. That's about it. So we gotta stop that. We gotta stop comparing this to Berserk like ASAP, especially the beginning of Berserk. Maybe you could say some stuff about Berserk towards the middle, or but Berserk in its beginning, you gotta stop comparing this to Goblin Slayer. I just don't like the characters, or I just don't like their personalities. Like with the main character, I pretty much can gather what we're going to get from her. She's going to be, typical kind of like damsel in distress. Sometimes she'll come in clutch and do something, but for the most part, it's going to be the Goblin Slayer who does the bulk of the work, and that's how it's going to be. And the Goblin Slayer doesn't really have a personality because we don't even see his fucking face. So, and I doubt we will. But I'm not even going to touch up on the violence and because everybody knows, what the first episode brung. It was needless. That's all I'll say about it. But this show is not looking good. I'll just say that.
This show is a hot mess. The characters walk into the cave, and the one girl's like, don't walk into the cave. And they're like, oh, but we're dumbasses, so we're going to walk. It's the classic horror movie trope, right?
Fuck you. What do you know?
Yeah, what do you know?
We're the same rank as you.
God, it's stupid as shit. Just dumbass characters, dumbass writing. And then when the goblins come out of nowhere, and you're like, oh, it's the goblins. And then they stab the girl, and you see it on the screen, and I am just like, what? You don't need that. Like, you don't need to go that far. And then it goes further, and you see someone getting raped after her leg gets twisted. Like, almost completely twisted. And she gets smashed against the cave wall. And she gets raped by goblins. And I'm just like, no, you're trying to manipulate people into thinking this is good just because it's a bunch of gore. And I was like, there's no way no one is going to like this anime. This is so and so I'm like, I go to our anime, which is mistake number 1. That got me a little bit more angry than I already was. Everyone loved it. Almost everyone. There was a small sect of people in the comments that absolutely hated it, said it went way too far, but everybody was like, yeah, this is great. I love it. Everyone's dying and getting raped. This is awesome.
Ready for my 2 cents?
Go ahead.
All right, now, this is coming from a guy who hasn't seen Berserk, not yet anyway. I do plan on seeing it. Now, I went into the show not knowing a single thing about it. And, I think the whole just cutesy looking girl at the beginning and just the overall innocent tone from the very beginning, and then all of a sudden they get pitted right into the cave, and just how it just comes at you like a freaking sledgehammer to the face, and just how unapologetic it is when you see that sort of violence. And I'll even say this, yeah, the rape was a bit much, but at the same time, I think it was to establish just how awful and just how gruesome these goblins were, hobgoblins. And it really, because she was really looking forward to being an adventurer. She's like, I'm old enough, I'm going to join these people, we're this, we're that, I'm a rookie. And then it just really came at her really quick, and like she didn't know what to do. And then in comes badass Doom Slayer, I'm sorry, Goblin Slayer, and just so totally just decimates everything. You can tell he's been doing this a while. This is what he lives for. To me, he just kind of reminded me of like Doom Slayer from Doom. He just destroys everything he touches. And I don't know, me personally, I thought I liked it. I know you guys are not going to agree with me on this, but that's okay. We can all have difference of opinion. I thought it was, I liked how, like I said, I liked how unapologetic it was. It's like, yeah, you're used to the old adventure type. Well, here's a little twist on the adventure type, and we're just going to throw this at you. And, this is what you can expect for here on out.
Here's the thing. You can have the violence. You can still have that scene of that girl getting stabbed in the stomach and just dying, which I felt was just still needlessly violent. There's no reason you need to. It was just too much instantly. The rape part is what really bothered me, because usually a good rape scene is the one where you never see it. You see the effects of it. You just never see it happening. And usually when people do that, when they show that, it's because they want to manipulate their audience into thinking that this is hardcore, so this must be good, right? They're showing this. Like, no one will go this far, so that means they're breaking boundaries or whatever, showing something that no one else would show. When really it's just like, no one wants to show it because it's better to not show it and just to show the effects of it.
Well, even if they never even showed that scene, I still would think I would still really like this show, just because I don't know. It's I don't know. I'm just a huge fan of just like, you going into it with these expectations, and it just, you get something completely different than you went in. And I'm a fan of, like I said, of just those sorts of things where you're just taken off guard. But if I will say this, if this is all that the show is going to give me and it's going to be nothing else, then I'm just gonna probably drop it after a while. But we haven't really had that much time to really know who honestly anyone is. Is this a fantasy world? Do people get teleported to this place? Is this one of those isekais or whatever? I'm not sure.
I think the guy who wrote this said he wanted to bring back the old kind of like fantasy novel kind of stuff, like the Berserks, like the Grimgars or whatever. It's not good. Like, if he wanted to bring back bad ones, he succeeded. But like Satsuki said, we don't know anything about the Goblin Slayer. He's probably never going to show his face anyways. He just kills goblins. That's not a really compelling character. He just does, like, his whole character is just this utility thing that he can do really well. And
yeah, he's Doom Slayer. He's the Doom character that just rips these demons' heads off and does it and kills everybody.
I didn't like the art either. I thought the art was just super isekai generic stuff, and they obviously did that on purpose, because you want your subversions, you want your expectations to be subverted, and I just didn't like any of it. I didn't like the way it looked. I didn't like the way it moved. I didn't like the writing. I didn't like the characters. I didn't like any of it. I liked ReRide more than I like Goblin Slayer.
Oh, now that's a bold statement.
ReRide has nothing happening in it, but Goblin Slayer, I physically cannot watch. I just don't want to watch it. I can't bring myself to watch it. It is a bad show. It is repulsive to me. I don't know what you guys think. Is there anything else you guys want to talk about when it comes to this show?
I think I pretty much said what I needed to say. Just I don't know. I find it entertaining so far.
One thing I want to add is the tone was a little weird because I know C didn't finish the whole thing throughout, but after the whole cave incident, it was just like our main character. It felt kind of like upbeat after everything happened, which was really strange to me. It was like, oh,
Oh yeah,
well,
yeah,
that
you're
happened.
right.
All
I
right,
actually did finish
time
it.
to. Oh, you did finish it?
Yeah, because I was like, I gotta finish it. So I had to continue watching it. It was bad. I didn't want to, but I had to.
It was. Yeah, it was just weird. It's like that happened. All right, time for the next adventure. It was just kind of weird
Terrible
to me.
rapes
You
will
just
happen.
hear the theme song to One Piece in the background.
Yo, gotta go.
Set sail for adventure.
I left all of my treasure in one piece. It's a good show. Not a good show is Goblin Slayer. What do you guys think? I'm gonna give it the kill, straight up. I'm gonna give it the nuclear option. Let's nuke this thing from orbit.
Well, you already. I'm gonna pass, but I mean, I'm pretty sure this thing's gonna be gone by next week.
It's going now because I'm killing it. Well, actually, no, it won't be gone, will it?
No, it won't.
I told you this is going to come back to bite you.
I gotta watch another episode. It looks like.
Oh,
Yep.
come on! It'll get better.
You said yourself we're probably gonna kill it next episode.
Well, I mean, not because of me. It's gonna be because of you guys.
Well, sorry, ReRided. Sorry, Derida. But you're gone. No more Derida.
Bye bye.
So that
Don't
being
let
said,
the door hit your ass on the way out,
oh, yeah.
or however that saying goes.
Anything else you guys want to talk about? Any anime you guys been watching? You guys got time for that?
Well, you already know I've been watching Bloom Into You, so
Same here.
that. I tried the first episode of Radiant as well.
I did as well. I didn't complete it, not because I didn't like it, just because I was like, I'm gonna save this when I have the time to watch it.
Yeah.
It looked definitely like very same kind of feeling that I got when I watched the Seven Deadly Sins.
Mm-hmm.
Very safe kind of isekai, or not isekai, shonen kind of setup. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
What I saw. What did you think about it?
I didn't see it.
Yeah, that's what it felt like to me. Like just the whole like, character designs and the main character. Like, you can see how it is probably going to be like projected. That's what it felt like to me. And it's like what 50 something episodes, or was it 24? I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think it's like a whole 4 core, or maybe like 31 episodes or something. Yeah, it's more than 20. I think at least more than 20.
Yeah, so that's what it just felt like, a shonen type of show. It didn't feel like one of these seasonal shows that you just, once it's done, it's over. But this feels like kind of like an adventure type of long running show.
Yeah, definitely the intro reminded me very much of Fairy Tail, which I was like, that's a good thing to remind me of when I'm going to watch shonen, because I enjoy Fairy Tail. It was very it definitely feels like kind of, how Black Clover just kind of fell right directly on its face in the beginning. It felt like it avoided those pitfalls in Radiant, which I was like, please don't be another Black Clover, and it wasn't. So that's good. Apparently, also, I'm told by one of my subscribers, I don't know if I can confirm this or not, but he said that it was based off a French manga, which some character models kind of look a little Frenchish, I guess. I don't know.
I think I heard that too, somewhere.
So Bloom Into You. You watched that as well. I did as well. I'm not going to spend too much time on that because I'm going to have a video planned for it. I'm sure you have one too. But
kind of.
I'm going to say way more impressed than I should have been, knowing my thoughts on the manga and how I didn't like it. But not impressed with the story. Impressed with everything but the story. The music was really good. Art was pretty good. Backgrounds, very detailed. I like the backgrounds a lot more than I did in the manga, because in the manga they just seemed very, I don't know, very just flat. But in the anime, they definitely didn't seem flat at all. There's a lot of textures to everything. The club room looked very good. Character models, good. Voice acting, pretty good, actually. But then again, I don't speak Japanese, so I wouldn't know. What do you think?
Yeah, I think it was pretty well done. They if they just adapt the manga faithfully, I think if you're a fan of Bloom Into You, then you'll really be a fan of the anime, because it looks pretty good. Like, for example, even though I'm a fan of the Citrus manga, I'm not really a fan of the Citrus anime, because I felt like the manga is like much superior with the art and everything else. But I think if you're a fan of Bloom Into You and this anime ends up adapting everything faithfully, then a better experience would be to watch the anime than rather read the manga. All right, because it has the same art style, of course, but it just looks much better. It looks much more visually appealing.
I agree. I don't know. I may watch the second episode. I may not. Did you guys watch Zombieland Saga?
No, you
I
said
watched
it was bad,
2 minutes
so
of
I
it.
stopped.
So in the first 2 minutes, the girl gets hit by a truck. She's like in a room, and she's like, "I'm a happy girl who likes not magical girls. I guess she likes magical girls. She probably does, but the people that dance on stage, idols." She's
yeah.
like, she wants to be an idol and everything, and it's like he's playing this soothing, calm music, and she walks out the door. She's like, "My first day in high school," or whatever it was, and she walks out and she walks into the street, immediately gets hit by a truck. Bam!
Does she not know how to look both ways?
She didn't look both ways, but that truck came out of nowhere, and then she wakes up in a haunted mansion, and she's dead. She's dead as fuck. She's been dead for 10 years. She was revived by a crazy man. I don't remember his name. He's kind of witty. He's kind of funny. He's got a couple.
He's just a crazy man.
He's straight up. He's a crazy man. He brought her back to life, along with a bunch of other idols throughout history. I guess popular people, and they're going to get them back together to create a zombie idol group. And it is an idol anime.
Why?
It is like Love Live,
Oh man.
but
Yeah,
zombies.
but why? I don't
And-
understand.
So she's the only one who has sentience. All the other zombies don't, and they have to eat like dried squid to survive.
What?
Yeah, and they put makeup on them to make them not zombies. And like at the end of the show, they start playing metal music to like their, and she starts
that's cool.
singing, but she's screaming. She does like the death metal scream, but she's just screaming. Yeah, so I'll bring that up. She doesn't do like the voice actress. She's actually screaming, but that she's not like doing a metal vocal scream. It's not a professional like thing. She's just screaming straight up. Yeah, it sounds pretty funny. And as she's just screaming rage. I don't even think it's any lyrics or anything. And then all the zombies start to headbang, and then people in the crowd notice, and they're like, "Hey, it's like their heads are detaching." And when they're like leaning back, they're breaking their necks and detaching their necks when they're headbanging.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And one of them's
I want to
like,
watch it now.
one of the zombies has like a megaphone, and she's like screaming into it the whole time. It's a dumb show.
Huh.
It's terrible. It's boring.
I think, of course, I didn't watch it, but because I heard about it and you describing it, I think it's trying way too hard to be unique. It just like, what's the point of having them as zombies? It's just,
I don't know.
I don't know. It's just weird.
They put them in makeup. It's like,
Why
just
not
let them
have
be
a
zombies.
Yeah, let's have a metal show. Let's have a baby metal anime. That'd be
Fuck,
awesome.
dude, that'd be cool. I love baby metal. They got good
Me
music.
too.
Yeah, Zombieland Saga. I don't like it. There's some, like I said, the headbanging part, there were some couple lines with the manager of the crazy manager guy who resurrected them all. Some funny lines from him. And then at the beginning, she gets ran over. That was really funny. Other than that, didn't do too much for me.
I can't wait to go to high school.
That's literally what happened.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Anything else you guys watch?
Well, oh,
Yeah, you can go. You can go.
all right. I only watched one other one, and you already know what it is. There, SeaTactics. It's Senpai being a bunny girl show.
Yeah, that was a good show.
Yeah.
I wish we picked that over Goblin Slayer.
I wish I picked that over ReRide. I was joking about, like, let's do the bunny girl, and you're like, bunny girl.
I didn't
whatever.
even watch the trailer for it. I was like,
Yeah.
I looked at it in screenshots and paused it and stuff like that, but I never really watched it. And I was like, there's bunny girl? Fuck that.
Uh-huh.
And now I'm like, bunny girl? Yes.
Fuck that.
Fuck that. We need more of those. We need more of those kinds of anime. Yeah, we did a video on it, like a 32-minute video.
Yeah, I don't know if you saw it, Sasuke.
Yeah, it's on everything.
I might have
channel.
seen it.
Oh.
I might have seen it.
Oh, okay.
It's pretty good, both the video and the anime. The anime, I don't think we talked about it in our video itself, but the opening of it is really good, and I really like the opening.
Yeah.
You didn't
surprised
see
that
my comment,
Peggy's-
did you? See?
No,
You didn't
I
see my
did.
comment.
I did. That was
No,
I-
see. No,
I haven't.
see it.
No, I have not.
I'm
What did
sorry.
it say?
I'll
Should-
post
Well,
it. In
I want
chat.
to say, read it. Read it. Just read it. There you go.
Oh, just read it. All right. I already posted it.
The two greatest YouTubes ever, excluding me, collaborating. Is this a dream? The only thing better than this would be if everything animated SeaTactics and some other guy did a podcast together, preferably on Saturday. I searched everywhere for something like that, but to no avail. All I could find was this generic version. Twitch.tv/SeaTactics. Not as great as I imagined, but it gets the job done, I suppose. That's a good comment.
Yeah, I loved it.
Definitely go check out our video on that because it's really good. That's for sure. I would talk about the Broly trailer, but it's Broly. There'll be a whole nother 30 minutes of talking about that. I don't want to do that. We're at time limit.
I
like
really
right
don't like-
now.
Damn. I really don't like Broly.
I no one likes Broly.
I like Broly.
People want to like Broly, but
You don't actually like Broly. You just like the idea of him.
I mean,
Yes, yes.
exactly. That he was born the legendary Super Saiyan, but Broly himself, yeah, I agree with that statement right there. So, yes.
we are all in agreement. We don't like Broly, but we like the idea of Broly.
Mm-hmm.
At least we'll get to see Planet Vegeta in action, hopefully. But anyways, this is where we come to the end of the King of Anime podcast. So we're gonna give shout-outs now. Shout out to everything animated. Plug your stuff.
Oh, we're doing this again. Okay. My name is Everything Animated, and guess what? I made a video not that long ago with a good pal over here, SeaTactics, and yeah. As like I said, I kept true to my promise. I said I was going to get back into these anime reviews, and I'm doing it with great help from SeaTactics. I don't know where I'd be without his help. I'd probably just be sitting here talking in front of a mic, like I'm doing now. Now I'm just rambling, but you can just check out my my channel, and I'm on social media every once in a while. Yeah.
All right, Satsuki.
Yeah, check out my YouTube channel, Satsuki the Savage, spelled SATSUKI the Savage. Yeah, check it out. Yeah, because people really mess up my name a lot. Like, even people I go in other live streams with, they call me Satsuki. I'm like, no.
I called you
It's
Sasuke for a while.
Yeah, I got that twice. So
Is that all you had to say?
Uh-oh, I was gonna say
Oh.
you cut out.
Did he cut
Did
out?
we lose him?
Oh no!
Yeah, Satsuki the Savage.
Oh, he's
I was
back.
gonna say-
He's back.
I
You
was
cut
gonna
out.
say I thought you pissed him off. You're like, you called me Sasuke.
You cut out there.
Oh man, when did I cut out? What? That wasn't important, anyways. Subscribe to my channel, Satsuki the Savage. It wasn't important.
All right. SeaTactics. SeaTactics. Oh, that's me.
SeaTactics.
I do ReZero podcast every week. I also do I'm doing Anime Friday Season 5, which is coming out sometime in 2018. That's going to be fun. I'm also doing seasonal coverage of Sword Art Online Alicization. That's a weird word to say for me. I have a speech impediment. That's strange. I also do anime reviews and manga reviews. Going to have one soon for a manga called Why the Hell Are You Here, Teacher? That's a fun one.
I can't wait for that one.
I also have a secondary channel where I do my gaming stuff. I'm doing a playthrough of Final Fantasy VII and Fate Stay Night, the Fate route. So you should probably go over there and subscribe to both of them right now. Is that all? Are we done?
Oh, one more thing. One
Oh,
more thing.
Okay.
We could potentially have Arcada on this podcast one day. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
we gave him an offer that he couldn't refuse. He still hasn't replied, but
Arcada, call us back.
yeah,
Arcada, I know you're listening to this right now, like you probably always do. But please, I know you saw the Twitter message. I know you're a busy man, but you're not that busy because you listen to us. Please,
he's shy.
contact us. Yeah, don't be
That's
shy,
it.
man. Trust me, we're not gonna, we ain't gonna hurt. We talk about nice stuff here about lesbian girls, about goblin slaying, and
Goblin raping.
Sorry, goblin. That happens too. But so please, what more could you ask for? Come join us.
2 subscribers with your name on it.
Yes,
Maybe
we're
even 3.
Hey,
Yeah. Hey,
I could maybe subscribe to you, Arcada.
I might start thinking about it too if you join us.
Thanks for listening, Arcada.
That's
You're
it.
the best. So that being said, thanks everybody for watching the Kingdom Anime podcast. Tune in next week when we have more anime to cover and see if any of us survive. That's another thing. I'm glad to not be covering ReRided anymore, but I gotta watch more Goblin Slayer.
Yeah, buddy.
Well, we're gonna have a stern talking to after this. Everything animated.
Oh, I'm the.
I'm not.
I don't know what to say.
So that being said, thanks everybody for watching, and we'll see you next time on the Kingdom Anime podcast. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye bye.